environment. Avoid workplace friction. Inform your co-workers before moving their stash. Oxygen. Copper is key to simple electronics. Bacterial action creates copper on cave roofs and overhangs. Stranded on 4546B, Riley Robinson used a field scanner to outwit teleporting alien cyborgs and treat his Kara infection. Behavioral economists still debate why Riley abandoned a lucrative motivational speaking career to return to frontier life. Oxygen.
Are you tired of death and fear? Do you know that this world doesn't have to be our enemy? Do you feel the call of the tree? Do you know the day of the Jubilee is coming? When we are released from our debts and allowed to live our lives? Find us at Camp 1.
The Noetic Advisor has transmitted an alert. At your convenience. This case was broken by a survival multi-tool. Sabotage is a serious crime. Samantha Ayu's bombing of Altera Labs delayed critical Kara research by decades. Oxygen. processor and a power supply will unlock new fabricator recipes. But the added mass would sink your life pod. A standalone habitat is the next step on your mission. Do not hesitate to use alien life forms for survival. Oxygen. Always search for unexpected complexity.
All systems online. Power connected.
Welcome back, Pioneer. I'm Sophie Boucher, co-voltaic surgeon. By now you know we're not on the Zora. We call this planet Proteus. We don't know when rescue will find us. For the sake of all our sleeping friends, we have to learn how to survive. Naima?
Hey, fellow dead slave. I'm Naima Nakota, ecologist. Take a sip of seawater. Notice that sweet blood taste under the salt? That's a toxic dose of heavy metals. Nobody survived past 3 months. It's a beautiful place to die over and over again.
But don't let that beauty seduce you, Pioneer. Exposure to Proteus causes a delusion we call Mazefield syndrome. The call of the sea. People may tell you it's a gift. Ignore them. You remember what Kara did to our homes. You know we can't trust alien biology. We've set up a lab here with a few basic biomods. They're safe. But if you start to hear voices, or if you get the urge to swim to the tree, don't go. Habitat is due north. We'll come pick you up. See you soon, Pioneer.
Oxygen. The Noetic Advisor has transmitted an alert. Return to the life pod at your convenience.
Contact. I've located the black box of Anita Gottschall, the colony purser. Partial voice data retrieved.
We're so hungry.
Anita always liked to watch you shuffle cards. She said you had a knack for holding things. Find out what happened to her. Signal location uploaded to your PDA.
rules are simple. Keep the perimeter sensors on alarm, no matter how many false positives you get, and do not go out alone. They are hunting us. We don't know why. Someone made a mistake a long time ago, and we have to live with it. The damn thing is, maybe it was one of us. Maybe they see us and say, look, it's that soft criminal, back from the dead again. Let's get the freak. And we don't even remember what we did.
Potential donor found. Suit surface detects molecules matching the organism from the sleep bay.
There is food.
This life form is a biological antenna. It archives useful genetic material in its core as it matures, making it a perfect gene donor. Adapting alien enzymes to your stomach lining. You may now digest freely.
Field notes, under, not, wander. 2 spare tanks, my reprint site is habitat. I'm exhausted today. What if you just reprinted yourself when you were tired? Maybe you'd never have to sleep. Miss Nahima, I'm checking out the big coral tower. There's a mass trapped inside. The scanner's not sure if it's coral polyp or crab tissue. The optogenetics are so weird. We know the Protea virus infects everything on this planet. And we know the coral crabs wear these domes as hats. Is it possible the virus swapped their genes around? So part of this coral just decided it was a crab? Like if you live next to something on Proteus, you become related to it.
Seawater sampling detects a source of genetic adaptations in this region, tracking a bloom of viral activity at the same source. Investigate with caution. Congratulations. You have taken a major step towards Zero Debt Day. As a platform for systems like the processor and scanner station, a habitat is a vital investment in your future. A habitat can also be an emotional anchor, proof that you've built something to last. Remember, it's easier to replace a body than a base.
Another black box. Chap Savan, head of computational dynamics. His job is to make sure I'm doing my job. I'm what he would call weakly supervisable. It means I respond well to human guidance. I can take partial instructions and generate a coherent concept of operations. Chap gave you his PDA passkey so you could play games on his account. I let it slide. His action was against the rules, but in support of the concept. Signal location uploaded to PDA.